Hey everybody, so we are now on box 18, and this is one of the big one. It's a 5 cubic feet box. The first thing we have in here, oh my god, this is actually really heavy, is a paper bag. And this paper bag is filled with all my dice. So I have a candy dish that I keep filled with just a bunch of different dice. I didn't think it would travel very well, so I pulled them out, wrapped the candy dish. I gotta find that, and then these are the dice. Oh my god, those are heavy dice. And then I have just a deck of regular card. Oh, so these are all regular card, but this one is Dutch Blitz. And then I have them in a, what is it, a card dispenser. So we'll put that over there. And then I have, oh, why is everything so heavy? Terra Mystica. So Terra Mystica, I played for the first time, I want to say 2 months ago now. Then I played Gaia Project. It's Gaia Project. That's basically the same as Terra Mystica, but more space theme. For some reason, I did way better at Terra Mystica than the other one. I think it was just the power variation with the Gaia Project. I really did not play what I had properly, and I kind of got stuck on the couple of, I found it was a lot easier to spread on the map in Terra Mystica than it was on Gaia Project for some reason, because you got to terraform where you're going to build your next thing, like to match your type of terrain. So in Gaia Project, you got to terraform the other planets to your type of planet, but it's done in 2 steps, or some are done in 2 steps. But anyway, so this one, great game. It reminded me of kind of an advanced Catan in some ways, but definitely a lot more going on than just regular Catan. I also have in here Circus Puppy. I have never played it. It was at Melcon, and nobody, like, it was kind of at the flea market table for like up for grab, and nobody did take it. Just to look at it, it kind of looks, you know, like it's a stacking game. So it looked cutesy. We'll see. Probably give it a try or see what I end up doing with this one. So put that one over there. Then I have, what else do I have? Oh, so I have a glass set of chess. These are all the pieces, so hopefully they'll travel pretty good. It's a glass set for just a regular game of chess. And that comes with checkers and that sort of stuff. So get that out of the way. What else do we have in here? Oh, I have a travel crib board that's in shrink and never been opened. I have another one that's like a wooden one. I used to have a beautiful soapstone hand carved like native totem symbols like along the bottom. It was gorgeous. But it was a gift to me and my ex-husband from his parents. So when we separated, I didn't think it was fair for me to keep it, so I give it back. But so I have this travel one here for now, and then I do have like just a regular wooden one. I also have Robo Rally. So from what I understand, Robo Rally is a what is it called, like where you plan multiple moves ahead of time. So I'm not, the word escaped me now, but and then you start kind of activating your move, but the other moves that everybody else is playing could affect yours, so you never really know if you're going to end up colliding or if they're going to do something that's going to mess with you. But it looks super interesting. I haven't played this one. I want to, and it's just one that it's never really happened yet. And this is like a pretty old version. I don't know how old this version is, but I really want to get this one played. So that's still in my collection here, waiting to get played. And then I have Legendary James Bond 007. This is an amazing deck building game. I've got 3 legendary, well, 2 legendary and 2 legendary encounters. They play pretty similar. Legendary encounters kind of like when the bad guys go through the map, then they go into a battle zone, while legendary, they escape, and then you're trying not to have too many escapes. We just finished watching the whole series of the 007, like going from like the original James Bond up to like the latest one that just came out. Me, my spouse, and my stepson. So I got this fully for Father's Day last year, just because we were doing that. But yeah, so this is a good one, and it has an expansion in there. So there's, I think it was like 6 movies in the first one that kind of replayed, and then the expansion adds another 4, or something like that. And then I have Super Motherlode. This is a Roxley game, and I really enjoy this one. So it's a deck builder mining game, but what's really cool is the deeper you mine, that the board shifts, and then you take the closest to the surface, like you take that board away, and then you get deeper, and then you like add depth, I guess, into your board, and as you dig deeper, it's really neat, kind of like a steampunk deck building mining game. It's great. And then I have Star Trek Panic. As I mentioned, I've been kind of building my Star Trek game collection, and Star Trek Panic is one that we hunted down. It's really interesting. It's a lot more difficult. It's way more difficult than the regular Castle Panic. And the movement, the way that it moves is really different as well, because this is the Enterprise, and technically it moves forward. But it's really interesting. And then you have these different missions you're trying to accomplish as well. So I really enjoy this one. It's kind of, yeah, pretty thematic, and then like all based on the original Star Trek, so it's good. And then I have, oh, the board doesn't match. Legendary Marvel. This is my latest Legendary game that I got. And like I said, with this one, like as they go through the city, then they escape, and you're trying not to have too many of them escape. It's such a neat game. Oh, it looks like the cards kind of shifted a bit in travel, so I'll have to sort the Legendary games probably. Then I have Monster Menace America. A friend of mine gave this to me, and I hadn't played it for quite a while. It was just sitting on my shelf, and then I decided to give it a try, and we played it, and it was flawed. It was definitely flawed. Mostly the ending. The ending didn't feel quite right, but the gameplay was so amazing that we couldn't stop talking about it. We played it the one time just after supper, and then we talked about the game all evening. It was just such a great one. So you play as a monster, so you select a monster, and then you also select a military that you would control, and you move the military trying to attack the monsters, obviously the other monsters, and then your monster is trying to rampage America, and it's just so neat. There's just something about this one, and this is one that we kind of did a couple of house rules just to fix the few things we didn't quite like about the ending of the game, and we kind of tweaked it a little bit. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like, we played it and we talked about it, and we just could not stop talking about it. Every time we played it, it's like there's just something so captivating about it. So Monster Menace America. Oh my god, this is heavy too. Then I have Mystic Vale Essential Edition. This one is basically Mystic Vale with 3 expansion. I sold my regular Mystic Vale for this copy, and I like Mystic Vale. It's a card crafting game, so it's kind of like a deck builder, but instead of adding cards to your deck, you add these transparent card into your sleeve of your card so that your cards themselves become more powerful. You start with 20 cards and you'll end with 20 cards. So Mystic Vale is really neat. Really like this game. Okay, you go down there. What else we have? And then I have Kanban. This is my only Vital Lacerda game, I do believe. It's by far the heaviest game that I own, according to BGG. And because of that, I was so intimidated about playing this that I was like, I pushed it. Like, I waited a long time to get this game played. I bought it because I figured the theme would attract my kids, you know, being that you're a car factory and you're building vehicles and stuff, so that would appeal to them. And then I finally got it played, and honestly, it wasn't bad. There's only a few actions that you can do, and none of them are really super complicated, but I mean, like, I guess they really, you can't go and test a vehicle until you've built a vehicle and all that sort of stuff. And then you have Sendra that kind of goes, and then you have like the full shift or the 3/4 shifts and different aspect of it. But honestly, the difficulty was not as bad as I was led to believe it would be. So there was no reason for me to avoid playing as much as I did. It was great, actually. All right. Apparently, I own 2 copies of the official rule of card games. I guess I'll get rid of one of them, because, you know, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same book. But I got a lot of deck of cards, so. All right. And then, jeepers. Let me have a problem. I have more decks of regular cards. These are just regular decks of cards. Just a few more of them. This one, I remember I bought it at Chapters, and I thought it was so cool because it was like a long, narrow card, which is really awkward to shuffle and awkward to play with, but I thought it was cool. So apparently I have a thing for decks of cards. I'll put those over there. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around. And then another deck of card. And then we have, what is this one? Another game of Uno, which we have, what, 3 over there, 4, 5 if you count Dos, which is kind of like a variation of Uno. So way too many of those card games. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4 more decks of cards. Oh, but these ones are super cool. I bought them at Disneyland, and they're like half see-through. They're really busy to kind of play with, but it was really neat. All right. I need to call my deck of card collection here. It's out of control. I don't even know what that is. And then I have Power Grid Factory Manager. And this one is, so it's not like Power Grid, actually. It's the same icons. It's the same kind of world setup or whatever, but it's not map driven like Power Grid is. And this one is you're running a factory, and you're going to be acquiring workers and kind of machinery and robots that'll kind of take over some of the tasks, and you're trying to become more productive but still maintaining control of your staff, because you have limited staff, and your power consumption as well. So it's a really interesting, I actually really enjoy this one. I mean, Power Grid is great, but this one just has a like a different feel to it, and that appealed to me. I'm like, do I like it better than Power Grid? Maybe I do. But then I do have Power Grid as well. And this is the one that's kind of like more widely known, where you're spreading across the map. You're getting some factories or whatever that'll kind of create or generate power, and then you're trying to supply power to the different cities. All right, and then, oh, there's big ones down here. So then I have Escape the Big Box. And this one is great. It's a real-time game. So, you know, like you have a timer that will start and it'll be like, okay, escape, and then you're rolling the dice, and I'll show you here. So, that sounded great. So you have the different tiles, and in order to go from one tile to the other, you got to roll the symbol that's on there. But there is a symbol on your dice that's like a black statue, and that locks your dice unless you roll a gold statue. But you can get to the point where all your dice are black statues. Now you're stuck. You can't do anything until somebody comes, roll a gold statue that can help you reset some of those dice, and then you can start rolling again. It's really neat because you're trying to do this. You're trying to kind of collect these gems to lower the requirements to make it through the escape. But first you got to find where the escape route is by adding new tiles and stuff. It's really neat. I really like this one. This one has a bunch of expansion as well that kind of, and honestly, I've played the base game. I've added like maybe one expansion, but the base game has a stump. Like there's just so much going on there that I haven't really felt the need to add the other stuff per se. But it's neat. So that's one that we enjoy playing. And then a friend of mine or somebody local was making these wooden games. So it's like a wood board with this, I guess, hatched. It's not burnt. It's actually like hatch. I think it's like a water pressure machine thing that they have. And this is a baseball game. I got that for my stepson because he plays baseball, so I thought it'd be cool to have like a themed game that for his hobby. They don't have a lot. My two other sons are dirt bikers, but they really don't have much games for dirt biking. And then it comes with dice and the little marbles that kind of controls all of that. And then I've got 1 and 2 more Dexa Card. Oh, look, this one's special. Scooter Life. We have a Dexa Card for, I don't know what to say about this. I haven't kept count, but I think there's a lot of them. And there's only one game left in here, but it's a big one. I'm gonna have to get up to get this out of here. Oh my god. Okay, I can do this. And it's Gloomhaven. Woo. This is a big box game. Now, I've only played Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. We haven't played Gloomhaven yet because we want to finish the campaign of Jaws of the Lion before we get started with this bad boy. From what I understand, Jaws of the Lion plays pretty much the same, except that this one, the maps aren't preset for you, so you got to build a map for each scenario that you play. And this is, I bought this copy from my friend Lyle, so it all has like 3D printed inserts and stuff in there, so the inside looks amazing. And it's just, yeah, sitting on my shelf until we finish Jaws of the Lion, which was a little bit more than halfway through, I think, so. And then this one, honestly, and then Frosthaven is either out or about to come out. I know the Kickstarter for it is done, but I don't know. This is going to be a big boy to make through, so I don't think we'll need Frost. I don't think we'll get to Frosthavens for years yet. So this one, Gloomhaven. And that's it for that box. So be sure to stay tuned tomorrow to catch on what's in box number. I don't even know what number I'm on anymore. So just stay tuned. Make sure you stay tuned tomorrow. So bye, everybody.